Hi Leo, welcome to Ananda Healing Arts. My name is Nomi and I'm here to do a love reading for you. I'll be reading for sun signs, moon signs, rising signs and Venus signs. Obviously cross watchers are also welcome, but bear in mind this is a general reading, so things may not necessarily fit for everyone. So only take what resonates and leave the rest. I will be using two decks today, which will be the Muse Tarot by Chris Ann, as well as the Light Seers Tarot. I'll be looking into your energy, their energy, and the energy in between. So without further ado, let's get started, Leo. Lovely to have you here. Alright, so the first card to come out on your side is the Wheel in your mental space. So this is the Wheel of Fortune. Oop. In their mental space, I'll take it. We've got the Knight of Emotions and the Queen of Inspirations. So the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Swords is how they're thinking about you. In the heart space of yourself, we've got the Two of Cups. Beautiful, awesome energy. In their heart space, we have the Emperor. In the way that you're viewing the connection at this time, I've got the Hanged Man and the Ace of Cups. Wow. Beautiful energy so far, Leo. And what have we got as their energy towards you, please? The Strength card. Okay, that's your energy, so that's gorgeous. Let's see what energy is coming in from your side. We have the Magician coming in. And from their side, the Fool card. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing a really awesome reading so far, Leo. Let's see what's crowning the energy. We've got the Five of Emotions. Interesting. And the center of this, the heart of the matter, the Six of Voices. Okay. And what is Spirit's medicine at this time? What is some advice that we can get? We have the Two of Inspiration. Ooh, decision time, Leo. Underneath the deck, Nine of Inspiration, Nine of Wands energy. So this is all about not giving up on this situation just yet. Okay. What am I looking at here, Leo? I have the Wheel of Fortune coming in for you as your headspace. So obviously you're seeing that there's either some changes that are required here or there's some divine timing that we're waiting for in this situation at the moment. I can feel the Knight of Wands and the Queen of the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Wands here representing how they're feeling about you. It's definitely like putting you on a pedestal, listening to their heart, and have been thinking about you very romantically. So if you've been in a position of separation at this time, I feel like you've been waiting on this person to kind of express this or get these feelings out on the table. I do get that they've been kind of guarded with the Emperor card in the center of their heart. So they're very sure about you, Leo, but they're also kind of guarded. And I get that the idea that maybe they've been thinking about you in this beautiful, dreamy kind of pedestal-y kind of space here. They've either been watching you, maybe even spying on you on social media, checking you out, seeing where you're at this time, but they're definitely wanting to up the romance in this experience because, again, either you've had a glow up or there's been an up leveling happening here. I can see with the heart space of you, you're definitely seeing this connection as something that's going to be, you know, that's very true to you and you don't want to give up on it. You're definitely seeing this person as a soulmate, and that's beautiful. I mean, obviously it seems like we've got some changes that are required here. I'm gathering because there's definitely been in the past with the Five of Emotions crowning this, it's like we're lessening any of those old burdens or getting rid of some of the shadows from the past. I feel like the Five of Emotion is grief. So the both of you trying to get over some grief or be in a position now of like allowing each of you to show up in a space that's far more romantic. I feel like maybe there's been some hits to this connection recently here, especially with the Six of Voices being in the central position. It's like we want to move away from the hard times. We want to be in a position where we start to actually heal and feel better. And again, both of you really matching energy with the Magician and the Fool card. Like, from their end, they're definitely wanting to open up the floodgates to some fresh energy. The Fool is like taking a chance again, being in a position of taking a leap of faith. They do have the Strength card in regards to like how they're seeing the connection. So definitely not wanting to you know, make the wrong move or be in a position where they make this worse, or, you know, they're trying very hard to bring in the energy of how they really see you. So if you haven't been speaking, or they haven't necessarily been vocalizing a lot of this, just bear in mind that this person is taking you very seriously and certainly does see this potential of a reinvigoration or a lightening of the load of what you guys have been dealing with before. But again, this is a guarded person in their heart space. They don't really want to give away all of their, you know, all of their chips too quickly, and they don't want to be in a position where they're feeling too vulnerable, which, you know, it's hard because obviously you're here with the Magician, you're trying to manifest something fresh here, and with the Hanged Man and the Ace of Emotions, maybe you've had some time apart and you've been able to take a look at the other person's perspective. Maybe there's an opportunity here to really like allow yourself to get deeper and more vulnerable with your person at the moment here. The Ace of Emotions is like there's a fresh energy abound. Again, the timing is right. There's been a lot of changes happening for yourself, and obviously maybe even realizing now what you're wanting to bring into this connection now. Again, the Magician saying, look, you're ready to do what it takes to move this along, to be in a position of openness at the same time. And I feel like your person with the Fool card is still treading water. Like, again, it takes a leap of faith, so they may still be trying to you know, get their head around how to communicate what's been going on. Definitely with the vulnerability of the Five of Emotions, it's like the both of you have an opportunity to heal, to let go of the past, to be in a position now of like opening up to each other and bringing in a better, more peaceful situation as well. So this can be like other people and impacting this connection as well here, Leo, which is interesting. The Two of Inspiration, which is the Two of Wands, is all about like seeing the bigger picture and making decisions that are going to last the test of time. I do get that sensation as well of like, maybe you guys have gotten into a stagnant funk, or there's been a thing where, you know, it's all good on the surface, but underlying we can feel like obviously that there's more to be uncovered at the moment. Your person at the same time must be going through something here with the Strength card, because in order to really like open up or stand the test of time, remember this is your energy here, they're really seeing you for the powerhouse that you are here, Leo. And maybe that's a little intimidating, you know, maybe there's something about the fact that they really do see you as something quite of a light, you know, a person of light. I don't know why I keep getting this, it's like this starlight, this feeling of like putting you in a position of being above them in some way. And again, take that what it will. I don't like the unevenness of that, because obviously this is someone exaggerating your true self, and that's not to say that you're not an incredible and amazing and enigmatic person here, Leo, but I think you really want to have somebody that really grounds in and sees you and understands that that light isn't to intimidate but to actually boost and invigorate, you know. And I do get that sense as well, like you're wanting to not have this inequality. You really want to have your partner see you for who you are. And I do get that sensation that this person is really struggling with that a little bit. Not to say that they don't love you and really see you, but they're also that wearing their heart on their sleeve, being vulnerable to somebody that they really see as somebody amazing here is very difficult for them, Leo. So maybe giving them the benefit of like a bit of time, or allowing them to come to you at this time. You can definitely see the potential of this relationship moving forward. But again, it feels like there's an invigoration or a fresh spark, and especially considering maybe whatever you've been through here with the Hanged Man, it's like you've given yourself the time to get to know what this person may need moving forward. And again, maybe caretake here with the Five of Cups and the Six of Inspirations to move forward in a fresh thing. But I think in the heart of the matter, I believe that the worst is behind you guys, or there's an element here of like a peaceful resolution, a peaceful strategy coming forward as well, and requiring some decisions at the moment. Again, the circumstances may be ripe for the picking. I do get that sense with the Wheel card and the moon phases coming through here. It may be since the new moon in Aquarius that we've actually started to see this in a far better and far easier light. So let's get a little bit more and a deeper dive into this. Okay, so the Wheel card? We have the Ace of Swords. So you can see you're aware now of what's required here. Like the timing is ripe for the picking. Nine of Wands coming through from them. So them not giving up on this situation. Again, they might have had to take a break, or there's been just external circumstances that have kept them, you know, kind of closed off. I find with the Nine of Wands, this is somebody who's really gone through it, you know, Leo. Like they've had, you know, a series of experiences in their life which have kept them quite closed down in that romantic side of things, not wanting to let a lot of their information out, just keeping themselves, you know, protected, I guess you could say here. So this is really interesting energy. What have we got as the Two of Cups? We've got the Four of Swords. So yeah, at the moment it feels like you're, you know, thinking about this, or this is, you know, your heart space is feeling a little bit closed off. There's a lot of healing to do with this relationship, perhaps especially when you've, you know, maybe you've been growing and changing and trying to up level your own growth game here. Like I find with the Four of Swords, this relationship is very healing, especially considering that, you know, it gives you a space of sanctuary or peace. And I do get the sense as well, like this person is definitely feeling it. But again, there's been some war wounds. There's been some things here that have kept them shut off. They're wanting to communicate now about what they're wanting to move in as well. Or maybe as well with the Emperor card, it's like they've been kind of guarded with their communication, and that in itself, again, it's got nothing to do with you. I feel very much like there's this something that's come back around in your person's life at this time that's asking them to really face the music and be strong and let you in, but it definitely feels like it's outside their comfort zone. They don't really know how to communicate about this in a way that feels fair or easy. Again, they may be having to be right in the thick of their own healing journey right now. And again, if you're feeling closed off from your partner or closed off from this person, it's not personal. It doesn't feel like it's about you. It feels very much like they've got their heart open, but at the same time, it's very difficult for them to really allow their communication to come out with some way of like not hurting you, or, you know, it's almost like they shut down to protect themselves and to protect you. But that's just bringing up this idea of like why like again, you're taking the opportunity to find out why, or you're like leaning into it intuitively. I do have the Queen of Swords here, so more communication energy. Maybe you've been wanting to communicate more than this other person. Again, the Strength card for them is just like holding tight to this, because you can't make that up. Strength again, double energy, strength for them of how they're seeing this how they're seeing this connection right now. Like honestly, whatever's come up between the both of you, it's like they're needing to take the lion's share of the responsibility here. I feel like they're the ones that have shut down, or they're the ones that have not necessarily opened up the communication lines to let you in on what's going on here. I don't know why, but I'm just feeling like this shutdown of your person. And again, they can see that you're really courageous here. You're willing to be open. All of these cards are facing your person, whereas they have got like more of this closed energy, which is very interesting here. The Magician, we've got the Moon card. Okay, so again, feeling a bit overwhelmed with what's required. Maybe there's been a lot of a push for you to do something, or wanting to open up the conversation, but every time we are, it's like, you know, not getting anywhere. And at the same time, like this person has been feeling, you know, a little bit pushed into a corner here. Again, it's like they're trying to really understand conceptually what's been happening for them, or at least how to talk to you about this situation, because again, they want to reiterate, they put you on a pedestal, they put you in a bit of like, Leo knows more than I do, or, you know, they're feeling a bit overwhelmed with the idea of like how to communicate what's going on. The Devil card and the Fool. Yeah, like again, this can feel very closed in, and they're trapped by their own thoughts, or trapped by the circumstances that they've been going in, and around in a circle. This could be a karmic cycle that they've been dealing with. And again, you can see them. Like, you've got the Ace of Swords, you're very aware of what's going on for them at the moment, but at the same time it's like you're kind of being bound by a restrictiveness that's going on with the Moon card, of like how to really approach this in a place that feels like this person can feel safe and welcomed. You're very neutral here. Again, I think that's why they're kind of putting you in this place of like you're in such a strong place versus what they are. So I think there's a lot of compassion and a lot of unconditional love that you're definitely pouring into this person. Again, that double strength says that they see you, Leo, but at the same time it's like they don't have the skills that you do, or they don't have the language that you do, and this kind of puts them on the back foot, or puts them in a position at the moment of being able to readjust how they're addressing this situation. Again, the Five of Emotions saying this is past stuff, this is not necessarily like things that you're having to deal with at the moment. It's like ghosts from the past coming up to be healed, and again, you've got the language, they don't, or they're really learning the language right now and trying to push through what could be a very difficult and situation internally. Queen of Wands coming up in the crowning with the Five of Emotions. Very interesting. Getting confident with actually being able to vocalize and speak what's going on. This is your energy again, and the Queen of Wands was coming up in how they are mentally thinking of you. So I think at the same time, if this is about like a space of like not being able to truly articulate, again, you have the opportunity to kind of provide them the safe space that, you know, I get that you're, you know, it feels like a glow up, you know, like you've really had a chance to do your work, be in that position of understanding who you are to such a deep degree that, again, you get to, you know, hold space for this person. Again, take it what it will. This could be potentially your energy here, Leo, but I do feel very much like you're in a position at the moment. The only reason that this feels like such a pressure is because you've got a different language. You've figured it out. And you're aware of what's required here. But again, you're just waiting for this conversation to come through so that we can actually start to get to the crux of it, and that the both of you can actually get to a point of healing. Page of Pentacles, yeah. So there's new tools that are required at the moment here, especially considering that the both of you feel like in a bit of a stalemate with where to go to next. I do feel like you're dealing with somebody that for all intents and purposes shuts down and very overwhelming, and something that's happened in the past that provides them this feeling of like, I can't do it, or what's the point, or, you know, I don't want to go into those depths only because that's going to bring up all the wounds of the past, and I just don't have the tools to deal with it. Whereas Leo, I feel like you're just sitting there going, yeah, but that's where the magic is. I do know how to navigate these deeper things in a place that is loving and kind, and I can show you, I can give you some tools, I can provide you something that's going to give you that edge and let you feel that relief. But again, the Two of Wands is like, we need to start making some decisions that feel fair for the both of you, because you can't be sitting here on the sidelines for so long, Leo. As much as like holding space is really beautiful, like we want to get out of this funk. You've got two aces here, so there's a fresh start that's requiring here, especially considering you've been put on pause, or you've kind of been put on the back burner. It's time to get to the bottom of it. And again, with the Five of Pentacles, it's like being left out, or some boundaries that are needing to be established here with the two of like what decisions around what boundaries are required here. So this could be about like navigating a world where somebody feels overwhelmed to express themselves over a past event, a past person, and just like getting to the bottom of going, well, we don't actually need to bring this person back into our relationship. Or as much as this has been something that you've been dealing with here, I really want to see the fact that we've got an opportunity to gain some spiritual wisdom, or provide an opportunity where the boundaries can be set so people can start feeling safe. Again, it's an opportunity here about like letting someone open up again, because again, I feel like you've kind of been kept on the back burner here. Like whatever this person is wanting to express here, you intuitively know that that the breakthrough is going to come from the conversation. And again, the tools that you've got here with the Page of Pentacles, it's like you're a teacher, or you're going to be providing this person like some really beautiful strategies and how to navigate these kind of waters in the future. But this person's scared. The Devil card, it's like they're trapped by their own thoughts, or they're trapped by their own limiting belief systems. And I think that this is where you've had a time to, you know, really navigate this person and not put the pressure on, but certainly give them that space to come to you. And again, I think that that's going to be your magic here. You know, at the same time, like if this person's not willing to open up here, I get that. It's frustrating. At the same time, like there is an opportunity here for breakthrough. And again, they don't want to give up on this. There's an element to the energy as well where, you know, you'll persevere and move through it. But for the moment, with the Hermit card coming up and the Eight of Wands, it's like inherently filling back into that intuition and knowing that your light will draw this person back into it. So it's like, kind of like, okay, in your time, when you're ready, I've got some things that would be really super helpful, but I don't want you to feel like you need to be pushed into any solutions before you're ready. I don't want you to feel like you need to be giving me any extra answers. I'm happy to wait and be patient. And I think that this is the time in which we can actually flex those beautiful muscles of self-care as well here. Again, you've gone through a glow up, so whatever those tools are that you've been instigating here, Leo, it's time to understand that, you know, you can't force a horse to drink. You know, when you lead a horse to water but you can't make them drink, it's kind of like in that element. You've got somebody who's willing, who's going to come back to you, definitely, but at the same time you're dealing with somebody's very real and very hardcore boundaries with that devil. But again, maybe creating some boundaries around what you will and won't put up with in regards to their mood or behavior. You know, if this is really affecting you right now, be aware of that potentially some changes are required here, but to communicate that in a time when both parties feel like they're ready. So, you know, even providing them the opportunity to say, hey, look, I know you're going through something right now, and as much as I don't really 100% understand as to why you don't want to express that, I'm just going to leave you to it, and just know that I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying put. I know for the most part that, you know, this isn't personal, but you know, I can see that you're going through something. You know, don't try and push this person into a solution before they're ready. But I think the way that you gracefully, approach this, Leo, will be so beautiful. And I think with the Hermit card, it's like drawing up that unconditional love, or really coming into like how you would want to present yourself in your, you know, your highest character. I think that could be a really beautiful medicine here. But there are some decisions around some actual practical boundaries that are required in this situation at the moment here, Leo. So I feel like there's definitely a lot available. And again, this person's not giving up on you. They do want to talk about it eventually. But I find with the Emperor card and the Knight of Swords, it's like they're putting the brakes on, or they're just putting it on pause at the moment, because at the same time they're feeling overwhelmed with the subject matter, and they're feeling very much like they're being put on a pressure cooker to kind of get a solution, when really, when you see the Strength card, it's taking them a lot of courage to even just like slightly open up about this subject. So whatever's going on, tender hooks is happening, and I feel like you know the medicine and you're aware of what's required, but you're going to have to be in a position of allowing this person to come to you. The Queen of Wands is very magnetic, and it's about like allowing yourself to have that opportunity for that person to come to you. Of course, you know, give them the platform, give them the space, give them all of what they need at this time. Don't be surprised that this person's going to come back and actually express this to you in a place where the both of you can actually, you know, come back together with some practical solutions. So again, you'll be receiving a new perspective on this as well, and the wait will be worth it. It's all down to divine timing, and of course how you navigate this with as much grace as possible. So I appreciate that for you, Leo. I hope that resonated. If it did, hit that like or subscribe if it feels right for you, and until next time, Leo, take care.